Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jazz, and if you're watching this video right when it goes up, I'm going to be live at twitch.tv/jazz3. So go check it out, please. And if you're watching this anytime later, just go hit the follow. I'll be live at some point, and I would just appreciate it. All right, let's get into the review. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Jazz, and I'm back. I'm doing my mouse review, doing my review of the HSK finally. This is It's a little late. It's a little late. I know. Sorry. Sorry about that, I guess. But Halloween was kind of for me, So I decided to make it as soon as I woke up today. It was late, but all right. Let's get into the shape of this thing. It's really good, honestly. The shape doesn't matter too much when if you fingertip, but this is like an exception because this allows for more of this, where the up and down movement. This, like with the Hottie S, you can't go much past there without like kind of pushing up against the mouse, and you can't really do that when it's up against the desk. But with this, you can go pretty much as far as you want, just because of the fact that it's so small that is just hella uncomfortable. It's not like you're gonna do that in a actual scenario, but it's really good. And I don't know, it feels very good for aiming. This mouse is like I would hit shots with this mouse that I don't think I would ever really hit with my Hottie S. But the biggest downfall for me, this is just a personal thing, and the reason I'm not gonna main it is I would also miss shots that I would normally hit. But it was like I would hit insane things sometimes, but sometimes I would miss very basic stuff, and it just feels like there's a lack of stability when like I'm sitting there holding an angle. I can get a little shaky or something when I'm playing Valorant or something like that. It's hard for me to like relax in those situations when it's like a 1v3 or something. I wouldn't get as many clutches with this mouse as I would with this. With the Hottie S, I got a lot more, and that's just a nerves thing. And I think if I could completely get rid of nerves, this probably would be my main. But I can't do that right now. I'm not capable. But other than that, this mouse is pretty much everything about it is solid. The clicks they're very like heavy, I guess. They're very heavy clicks here. I'll do a click test for you. It's just Alright, so you see it to put this doesn't have side buttons, by the way. That can be a huge turnoff for some people. I can understand it. It would kind of mess up some things, because that's where your thumb goes, right? That's where the side buttons would be, right there. And if you're holding it, unless you're holding it like your like low thumb, the side buttons would get in the way. And that's another reason why I really didn't want to main this. The side buttons were kind of a pain to not have, but I can deal with that. Also, I just set it down, right? I just set this down when doing the middle click because, oh my god, why is this middle click so heavy? It is so hard to press. I have never had this, like, with my Hottie S, easy, I can do it while holding it up, but this, dude, it's so hard. It's such a pain. But it's most people aren't using this in games anyway, and if you do use your middle click in games, I don't think I'd use this mouse. I wouldn't use this mouse if you use your middle click for like nades or something like that, because it would probably fuck you up. Or you would have to just change your binds, and that really wasn't that bad. Changing the binds off the side buttons for me wasn't the biggest pain, but unless you're playing like, I don't know, like Fortnite or something, that could be a huge pain. The weight is very noticeable for me. Oh my god. Even compared to the 50-gram Hottie S Classic, this thing is tiny, man. It is so light. Like, it's unbelievably light. And the only reason this ever felt any sort of heavy is because the fucking cable. The cable's actually really, really solid. because it's better than the micro USB that came with my Hot ES by a pretty good amount. It's noticeably like more. I don't know. There's really like, but it'll like it moves back off like nothing, man. Like there's really not much I could show here. The mouse is so light that any sort of cable movement, even from this, like from a decent cable, is gonna kind of screw it over. But it makes it feel so much heavier, and that's kind of my biggest problem with it. The coating is I don't even know. Coating is kind of like weak for me, just because like when I feel the back here, even I guess then, I have very like sweaty palms, right? So or sweaty hands, because so that kind of screws me over when using this mouse. Because usually when my hands got sweaty, I would kind of go into claw instead to give me that extra grip. But you can't do that in this mouse. So when my hands would get sweaty, I would actually like slip on the mouse. Now you see, I put my Hot ES grips on the side, and that helped a lot actually with the aiming. It made me a lot better with it once my hands started sweating. But mouse 1 and 2 would have been nice to have, but I mean we didn't even have this side grips. I'm sure when the mouse comes out, it'll probably come with grips just like all the other G-Wolves mice. So I just took the palm grips off my Hot ES, put them on the side, and it made it a lot more usable for me. The feet on this mouse are they're solid PTFE feet, you know. They feel pretty smooth. I still haven't broken them in all day, but it's like, nah, I guess I have. They feel they're very short, but like it doesn't, like they look very, very flat compared to the Hot ES feet, and I don't know about that, because like maybe that scratchiness isn't like the feet. Maybe that's, no, the grips are fine. I don't know. It's weird. The durability on this thing is also kind of insane, but I mean it's not really insane. With something this small, you're kind of bound to get a decent durability. There's a little bit of bottom flex, like there's nothing sidewise. Top, obviously nothing, but it's so small, it's so compact that it's hard to make things flex. The clicks have a little bit of post travel, no pre-travel really, and side movement almost like non-existent. I have to like really, I mean, it's there, but I really have to kind of like go in there and push it around. I really can't. I can't move it by myself, you know. And I don't know. It was a solid mouse, and I could definitely recommend this to people. But I feel like if you just have a problem with like, if you get a little shaky, maybe if you play like OS, right? You play OS, you get a little shaky, I wouldn't get this, just because like it's just kind of a problem. Like, or if you're in a game and you're like a clutch situation, you're trying to get the final, like you're trying to clutch up for your team, get the win, right? If you get shaky, this mouse, you will feel that shake. I don't feel that here on this mouse. I mean sometimes, but then I just go into claw. I go into claw, right? And it's kind of my backup. It's my backup grip, just in case I get a little shaky or my hands get sweaty or something. Of course, I put the grips on because so I don't have to deal with the sweaty part anymore. But you don't have that backup. This is 100% fingertip. So if you lose your grip at any moment, you get a little too shaky. This mouse is 37 grams. That's rough, and it can be rough with that weight. But I think there are people out there that could definitely manage this. People that don't get too shaky, or people, if you're doing like just straight fucking Kovacs, I could recommend this mouse. If you just do straight Kovacs all day and you want to get the highest scores, I think this mouse could help you with that. I think this could actually be a huge benefit to people like that, and I'll recommend it to those people. But yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Hot ES as my main. I'm still looking for the end game. Of course, obviously, that may not exist. Hot ES is up there though. Let's see if Final Mouse's new thing can beat that. I probably won't ever get it unless I buy it like after someone else has it, buy it from someone, because I'm not a fucking aimer. I'm a loser. Makes mouse reviews. But that's fine. Alright, hope you guys liked it. Hot ES, good. I mean, fuck, HSK, good mouse, guys. How many times did I call it the Hot ES? It's the HSK. Just fucking ignore anything I said. HSK, good mouse. I'll use it on the side occasionally if I want to hit some fucking 6 scores in Kovacs, but other than that, this is not a mouse for fucking Valorant, okay? This is not my Valorant mouse, and that's alright. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully that'll be sometime soon. I'll probably make some dumbass video with my modded G Pro wireless soon, and I'm sure you'll see that once that comes up. But I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one. Bye bye.